Good morning everybody, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Beck and I'm a 21-year-old nursing student in Western Australia. Whew, that was a mouthful. Today's video is all about how I study, my organisational tips, how I structure my study and how I keep on top of all of my stuff that I have to do around the house. So it's a study routine video. I'm going to jump straight into it because I've got a lot of tips to share with you all. I should also probably really quickly address my head. I went to the gym this morning and I got back, had to wash my hair, and I decided that I was going to put a hair mask in for the whole day because I'm home all day today. So we're just going to ignore that little blob. I don't know, honestly I don't know, but we're just going to ignore it. Focus on what I'm saying. Just to give you some background, I study from home. I only go into uni one day a week. So from Monday to Thursday, I am at home on my own studying, and I have struggled for the longest time to try and motivate myself while I'm home on my own and when I'm technically free to not either clean the house, go out with friends, go do stuff or go shopping and stuff like that, and I've always struggled with that. So I guess that I've only really this term figured out my trick. Well, actually, I'll give Owen the credit because Owen was the one who helped me with this. It is working and I am actually being really disciplined. So tip number one is to wake up early. So I woke up this morning at 5:30 and I went to a 6 o'clock gym session and finished and got home at 7. Now my usual routine is I will set an 8 o'clock start time for my study days. So my 8 o'clock start time, I pretty much see studying from home as a job. So I pretend that at 8 o'clock I start work. So I have to be at my computer desk. I'm looking at my computer desk, so that's why I'm going like this. At my computer desk by 8 o'clock on the dot, sitting down with my breakfast or sitting down with my smoothie, starting my study. So that's my first tip. Get up early, set yourself a start time, and go from there. So I'm just going to quickly make myself up a smoothie. If you can see by the time, I'm not running on schedule today. It's 8:30, so my start time's 8 o'clock. But I decided that today I would film, which means that my start time's different. So I've factored filming into my day today, so that's why my start time's different. But usually I would be at the computer desk right now studying. For my usual routine when I get back from the gym, if there's any dishes that I need putting away, if there's any washing that needs starting, if I need to clean anything, I'll get back from the gym at 7 and I'll give myself that hour to do anything like that. So I always find that that helps me because then I'm not thinking about it when I'm studying and I don't feel guilty for not studying and cleaning because I've actually allocated myself that entire hour to do that. And if I don't have anything to do, that's when I allow myself to go on my phone or check YouTube or check Instagram and stuff like that. So that's my hour to just get that out of my system in the morning, so then when I do sit down to study, I properly am sitting down and studying and not thinking about anything else or focusing on doing anything else. Alright, we're good to sit down now. Yeah. So when I'm sitting down at my desk, I never bring my phone with me. I just looked down and saw it was at my desk and I was like, that's a no-go. So I'm going to go put my phone away. I showed in my last video, I think it was, or my second last video, I don't know, it was one of my day in the lives. I got this app that helps you with locking your phone, so I just go lock my phone for an hour and 50 minutes. I also always have my big jug of water with me. So first things first, I have my to-do list. So what I'll do is I'll jot down all of what I want to accomplish in that day. So this morning I went to the gym at 6 a.m, got home at 7 for a shower and brekkie. I like to put, even the things that I've already accomplished, I like to put on there so I can tick them off and it makes me feel even more accomplished. So that's just something that I like to do. Have a break at 11:30. First break. I want to put the dishes away, eat, and I'll also do some YouTube stuff. And then I'll aim to only have a half an hour break and then I'll start back again at 12. I usually finish around 3 but then I'll also do my readings in the afternoon, so I'll show you that as well. So that's kind of like my timetable that I go by. I'll also put some washing on. So that's my timetable, and then I also like to put in my list of things that I like to do. So I need to get done, I think it was OLT 3 lecture. I like to, even though I've got 3 lectures, so I could just write OLT 3 lectures times 3, I like to write them individually so I can cross them off as I've gone. So I've got a big day today. So it's still 10 minutes away from 9 o'clock, so I'm on track. Another thing that I usually do is I will, during this first break, is also time where I can go on my phone and just chill. So I don't always have to put the dishes away. I'm just having to do that at my first break because I didn't do it this morning because I'm filming instead. So I will put the dishes away instead of going on my phone. Alright, I'm still 5 minutes away from my study start time, so my work start time. So I'll quickly show you how I do my readings. I shared this on my Instagram, so if you've already seen it, I apologise. I am just covering all bases. I print out all of my readings. So I just print them out and then I'll just label them which OLT they are. Leave them in a stack. But so what I've been doing is if I need to go to the toilet during my study time or during my work time, I will take a reading with me instead of just being like, oh, I'm going to go to the toilet so I can take my phone. Because then I'll sit there for ages. Whereas if I take a reading, I'm actually using that time for good. This has been really helpful. So even on my guide it says I finish at 3, but what I'll do is after 3, instead of just sitting there being brain dead on my phone, I will pull out a reading and I'll just sit there and go over it and yeah, get them done. So this is the first time I've ever been able to get my readings done, so I'm quite proud of myself so far. Okay, so it's just ticked over to 9 o'clock, so now is when I properly get into it. I'll close any tabs that aren't relevant on my computer, otherwise I will get distracted, and I know myself enough to know that I can't handle having anything else open except for my study. So I'm just about to start my first lecture. I'm not going to bore you with listening to the lecture with me. It's on hypertension and hypotension, disorders of the vascular system. Woo! Just finished my first lecture. Also, I finished my book. Interesting, right? So the best thing ever just happened. Open the lecture, it's 4 minutes. That was so lucky. So I'm going now. See you soon. So I absolutely struck lucky. My first lecture was 20 minutes, took me an hour. Second was 4 minutes, took me like 10. Third was 11 minutes. So I've just finished. It's 11 o'clock, so I've still got half an hour to my break. But I feel pretty stoked with that. So I am up to my list. All 3 lectures done. Best feeling ever. Another thing that I wanted to mention is having this next to me. I've even got my list. And then what I do is in my notes section. So I get really distracted really easily when I'm studying. So this note section is great because when I was studying before, I was watching a lecture and then I remembered something that I had to do. And instead of just doing it straight away because it took 5 minutes, I wrote it down in my little note section so I know I can remember and do it in my break. So yeah, I'm going to keep studying for half an hour. I'm going to look at the worksheets I need doing and might watch a few YouTube videos on work, on uni stuff, and I'll check back in with you on my break. I realised that I matched my plant, and I don't know if that's annoying anyone else, but it's annoying me like no tomorrow. But yeah, let's just acknowledge it and pretend it's not happening. Alright, so it's lunchtime, and I actually really struggled to stay motivated to study until 11:30 just then. As soon as I went on YouTube, it was like my brain was like, ooh, YouTube, instead of like study mode. And it was like 10 past 11, so I only had 20 minutes until my designated break. So I opened up 2 tabs. One tab was Khan Academy, the lymphatic disorders. Number 2 was something random. I think it was like Sarah's Day or something like that. That came up, and I was like, ooh, and then I was like, ooh. But I was like, no, stop. I was like, I have 20 minutes until my break. When it's my break, I can watch a video. So that was like how I kept myself on track. Kept myself on track and stayed and studied until 11:30. So it's now 12 o'clock. So I decided that I was going to have a 45-minute break instead. But now I'm so excited because it's the best part of the day. It's the part of the day I get to eat. So I lied. I've got to do the washing, put a load of washing on quickly, and then put the washing that's here away. So I'll also do that quickly. I'm not wearing pants, so that's why I'm trying to get the funny awkward angles. I just realised that we have tourniquets on our washing line. It must look so weird. We go surfing, fishing, kayaking, camping quite a lot. So my mum's a nurse and she decided that she was going to get all of the family tourniquets just in case because we're all quite adventurous. She's like, well, you're better off having one than not having one. So we have one in the car, on my washing line. We have them absolutely everywhere. So that explains that. Okay, now it's the best time of the day. Food time. I'm so excited. Okay. I guess one of my tips should be to sit outside when you eat your lunch or get out of your study zone. But I really feel like watching YouTube, so I'm going to go straight back into my study zone and eat lunch. Probably the least counterproductive thing, so don't do this. Never mind, I'll be good. Let's go sit outside and eat lunch. Oh! Baby, there's a camera there. Come on. Okay, further little tip. It's now just before 1 o'clock, so I'm sitting down for my second spurt of study. So I'm not hungry, but I know that in about an hour, doing like an hour of study, I'll get hungry and I'll want a snack. So what I've done is I've gotten a little bowl of apricots and these little protein muesli bars that I made. They're really yummy. And I'm just gonna put that there. And I've also got myself, well, that's heavy and hot, a turmeric latte. So while I'm doing these worksheets, I don't get distracted by thinking, oh, maybe I'm hungry, because I always get hungry in the afternoons. So 1 o'clock on the dot now. On my list of things to do is 2 worksheets, so I should be able to do them in 2 hours. So yeah, getting back into it now. I'll catch up with you all in about 2 hours. Okay everybody, it's now 10 to 3. So I'm going to jump off early. I'm still not completely finished, but I've ticked off all of my things to do. I also don't always look like a gherkin. I can't get over the fact that I literally look like a gherkin, and I'm owning it because it's too late to change my top. So yeah, that's my study routine. That's how I manage my studies and how I manage my day when I've got a day at home that I have to study, and how I motivate myself to stick to it. I really hope that you have enjoyed this video, and be sure to like and subscribe and press the little alert notification bell so you get notified when I upload a new video. So I really hope you enjoy. Thank you so much for watching and making it all the way to the end of this video, and I'll see you in my next video. So bye!